While you think of how to phrase things, let's go ahead and move back to Craig. Craig, um, w- you've been sitting there for roughly about an hour and nobody has told you anything. You see a couple of people make general motions to you, but it just seems like as if they're talking to somebody else about you. You haven't seen Aoife or Kira in this hour.
Hmm. Craig is starting to get impatient. Is he alone in the room, or?
You're kind of in you're still in like the main police office area where a lot of the police officers are doing their desk work, so on and so forth. But you're the only person that's not a police officer there.
Craig has no idea what to do. Does he get up and go look around? He doesn't want to leave because he doesn't want to leave Aoife and Kira alone here. But they didn't say when she'd be getting out.
Roll me a perception check.
All right. 1 success.
You begin to hear a small commotion at the front desk, and within the next couple of minutes, two men in suits with very, very nice suits come walking in. They kind of look over at you and they go, "Are you the one that they're calling Craig?"
I'm Craig, that's my name.
"Follow us." And they lead you deeper into the police station. As they open a room, they gesture for you to sit in it.
Is my sister over here? Goes in and sits.
They follow you in. The only thing in this table is a table and 3 chairs. One of them walks over to the chair that is by itself, turns it around and goes, "Please, have a seat. We have much to discuss."
Oh, what are we talking about?
He kind of gestures for the other man that came in. Both of these men to look to be in their mid to late 40s. One of them is shaved, headed. He's the stockier of the two, but he's also taller. He's not as tall as you, but he's close, Craig. He is a big guy. While the other one is, you can tell that he's fit, but he's much smaller in stature than the other guy. The big guy kind of walks over and sits down across from you and produces a folder from his jacket and starts looking over it, and he goes, "So, you were at the country club."
Yeah, not for very long. There were mean people there.
Do you happen to remember when you were there?
When was I there? When was it again? Wasn't it like yesterday?
Yes. It's been like a couple of days. I think you're on. But yeah, a couple of days.
Okay. When was that? A few days ago? I don't remember exactly.
He nods and writes it down. Have you been paying attention to the news?
Then it's sort of. News is kind of boring. I like the cartoons.
You see the one that is still standing, the smaller of the two, kind of look at the other one over the top of his sunglasses. The big guy kind of shakes his head and goes, "Are you aware of the mass murder that happened there?"
There was a murder there?
He begins to place photos out on the desk and he goes, 15 guard people were killed. Does this look familiar to you?
Craig looks at the pictures. Those look like the guards that were there.
Anything else that you want to tell us?
I mean, I don't know what else you want to talk about. I mean, do you want to get some ice cream and talk about other things?
At this point, the smaller of the two kind of slams his fist down on the desk, and he goes, "Did you do this? Or did somebody you know do this?"
Dude, no?
Is Craig really just confused, or is he actually actively lying?
He's
I
confused.
do have to. Okay. He goes, "This happened a couple of days ago. At the same time, you happened to be there shortly?" He goes, "It doesn't add up. What happened to these guards? What did you do while you were at the country club?"
I went to get my sister, and then there was the little girl we got out of the cage. Then there were the metal things in the big truck. And then we went away because it was scary in there.
And what about before then? Before you got your sister?
Before, I was driving around looking for her because she got out of the house and I didn't know where she was, and I got worried and scared. So yeah, we were driving around looking for her.
The big guy kind of pats the other guy on the shoulder and he goes, "So, let me play out the events of that day, if I understand them correctly. You correct me if I'm wrong. So, your sister was missing. You went out to look for her. You found her at the country club?"
She was near there, yeah. She was out in front.
All right. So you went into the country club before the metal gates went down, before it went into lockdown?
I went there before the metal gates. Yeah, but then the metal gates came down, and then I went in to go get my sister.
How did you get in?
There was a loose one, so I went in that one.
He nods and with his free hand begins writing a couple of notes. So you broke into the building after the lockdown.
It was already broken if it was loose.
And once you got in, you went to the hotel wing, right?
Wing? It has wing? What? I didn't know it had wing.
The hotel section.
Oh, section. Yeah, I went because that's where she it looked like she went, so I went over there to get her.
Okay. And when you went over there, did anything weird happen?
She found her in a little cage, which you're not supposed to be in little cages. And then I found another little girl in a cage. Again, you're not supposed to put people in cages. It's not good. So I got them out of the cage, and then we went away.
He nods and continues to write it down. Go ahead and give me a wits plus empathy roll.
Let's see. Let's see. 2 successes.
While the guy you're speaking with is relatively calm, you can tell the other guy is getting more and more frustrated.
Which one am I speaking with, and which is the other guy?
The small guy is the one standing. You're talking to the big guy, the one that's almost your size.
Okay, so big guy's calm, little guy's frustrated.
Yes.
Okay.
With you specifically.
Okay.
He goes, "All right. Were you with anybody else?"
I was with I was with my family, and then we got split up, and then we got reunited, and then we went home and got ice cream.
He nods and he goes, okay. So, how did you get out of the building from the lockdown? Because lockdowns mean you're not supposed to be able to get in or out.
I opened the window and we went out. Oh, well, no, the window, we didn't like that window, so we went to a different one. We went out the front, I think it was. Was it the front?
He kind of nods as he takes his notes. And he goes, this is very interesting. I feel like I can tell you're telling me the truth. You wouldn't lie to me, right, Craig?
No, I don't like lying. You're not supposed to lie. Lying bad.
He kind of nods and he goes, okay, that's good. 'Cause somebody murdered 15 people in the hotel section of that country club the day you were there and helping people get out of cages. You're very brave, you know that, right?
I like to help people.
And he goes, I'm just trying to figure out what happened to those 15 people that had their lives cut short.
I didn't know that there were murdering happened there. If I had known people were being murdered, I would have tried to stop it.
He kind of nods. He goes, well, that's very brave of you. And he's looking through the papers and he goes, where were you about 2 weeks ago? Did you ever happen to be near a dock or a pier?
2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time ago. Well, 2 weeks. How long ago was 2 weeks?
He kind of pauses for a second. He goes, that's 14 days?
Looks at his fingers. Carry the 4. No.
At this point, you can see him lean back as he kind of gestures for his partner and he kind of whispers, begins whispering to his partner. Before leaning back and looking over at you.
I don't have 14 fingers.
He goes, well, it's all right. He kind of collects the papers and he puts them back in the folder and he goes, can I get your phone number? And he reaches into his jacket pocket and produces a card. It says Officer Jamison.
Write that down. This is the big guy or smaller guy?
Big guy. Outside of getting really aggressive, the small guy hasn't done anything.
Okay.
And he goes, on there's my badge number, my employee number, so to speak, my phone number, and my office's phone number. If you call the office, you'll need to give them that badge number. Now, if you call me on this number, that's my private line, there's a good chance I won't be able to answer it. So probably the office number's the best. If you know anything that happened to these people, or if your family does, please give me a call and let me know.
Okay, so this number is for you. This number's office, but you might not pick up for your number. And then. So
if you call the office, you have to give them this number, and he puts a star next to the number for you.
That number. Okay.
And he goes, can I get your phone number in case I need to call you for any reason?
Yeah, we can talk about things. Yeah, and I give him try and give him my number. Do I remember my number?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I give him my number.
He takes down your number and he goes, "Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Craig. I really hope we can figure out what happened to these people. With your help, of course."
So do I. That's horrible. You shouldn't be killing people randomly like that.
He goes, you remember where they were having you wait?
Yeah, I was out in the big front office area.
If you could go sit there and wait for them to do whatever they needed to do with you. Me and my partner here are just going to talk a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'll go out and wait. I still need to wait for my sister. I don't know how much longer it's going to be. Do you know how much longer it's going to be?
He goes, "No, I don't, but I didn't know your sister was here. I will see if I can't get any information about that as well."
Okay, because it's kind of boring out there just waiting and waiting and waiting.
He kind of nods and he goes, "I can understand. Just go out there and please wait."
Oh, okay. I'll wait a bit longer then. He leaves.
Craig, as you leave the room, your phone begins to ring.
Oh.
It's the professor.
Oh. Pick it up. Hello, Professor.
"Hey, Craig. I just got back into town. I'm sorry. My phone was dead for the last couple of days. I see that I've gotten a few missed calls from you guys. What's going on?"
Oh, we're doing lots of things. I'm waiting for Aoife to come out, but they're taking a long time. I don't know how much longer it's gonna be. And then where was Four didn't say where he was going. And then it's really boring waiting here with the police. So it's good to talk to you. Where are you?
I just got back into the city of Dublin. I've been out on the road for a little bit. What do you mean? What was that about your sister?
Well, we had stopped the guy in the alley from doing the bad thing. So then we called the police, and then they got really mad, and then we go talking to the police, and so I have to wait for Aoife to come out because they need to do more talking and other things. So hopefully it doesn't take too much longer.
So wait, is she under arrest? Is that what you're telling me?
That was the word they used, yeah.
He goes, "Oh dear God, what did she do? What bad thing did she do, Craig? I need you to be very honest with me."
It didn't look like she did a bad thing. After I stopped the guy and then we called the police, they said that we all had to go down because I had touched the guy, so they wanted more talking and with the police. But then Aoife, oh, that's right, Aoife, she forgot her lanyard and her ID, so they had to go. Because of that, they had to take her in. But then they pointed a gun, and I got scared, and she got scared, so I had to stop them. Well, I convinced them to put their gun away. Aren't you proud? So then we went to go talk to the police in the building, and she went in a separate car, so now I'm waiting for her.
Wait. Slow down there, Craig. Why did they pull their guns out?
Would Craig know what she did? Like, was he aware?
We discussed that you guys would be able to tell when the veil gets dropped.
Okay. She dropped. She showed herself for a moment, and they got scared.
He's like, "Oh dear God. Okay. This is a mess. This is a horrible mess. I'm going to make a couple of phone calls. Once I call your other siblings. I'm gonna make a couple of calls and see if I can't do anything. In the meantime, just wait there and obey every instruction the police give you, all right? Don't give them any reason to get upset.
Okay, I'll do that. Maybe you could also call the Officer Jameson guy because he was here and he said he was gonna go talk to her and try and get more information.
He goes, that's probably not the best idea. I don't want to push that kind of button, but thank you for that information.
He was dressed differently too. He had a suit. Everyone else has the badges. He didn't have that.
The professor kind of pauses as he thinks. A suit. Okay. Well, that could be anything. Kind of.
I wonder if he was one of the feds that they were talking about. What's a fed?
The professor. You can hear the sigh from the professor, and he goes, "Why are the feds interested in Aoife? Craig?"
I don't know why they were interested in her, but they asked me about a bunch of murders that happened at the hotel. Did you know there was a bunch of murders at the hotel?
I had heard that in the news. Where's 4?
4? Was 4 there when we left?
No.
4 left as soon as you got back from the mother's house.
And
Like,
Craig took a nap.
yeah.
I don't know where 4 is right now. I went to go take a nap because I wasn't feeling well, and he was gone when I woke up.
All right. I'm gonna let you go and make my other phone calls. So, just keep waiting there, and I will either get Aoife out to you as soon as possible, or I will give you a call back with more information.
Okay, I will wait here. With you here, nothing to worry about anymore.
He hangs up the phone. And it is about at this time, Forsaken, your phone begins to ring.
Hello.
Forsaken, it's the professor. How are you doing?
Better now. Banba and I raided a vet clinic, and we kind of used their X-ray machine to heal me. I got shot up pretty bad, but I'm better now.
Okay. Is anybody there with you right now, or are you by yourself? Because I know Craig's by himself at the police station.
Banba went to go make more tea.
But both of you are at the manor then?
Yes, we are.
All right, could you put me on speaker and get Banba in here?
Banba!
Yes.
You hear the professor's voice come over the speaker. Hey, Banba.
About time you pick up your phone. Did you get my messages?
Okay, one, Banba. My phone's been dead for 2 days.
2 days.
You need to watch your attitude.
There's a lot that's been happening, and I'm running out of tea.
Okay, so I just got done speaking with Craig. He's at the police station, and he mentioned that he may have been talking to some federal agents. You can hear him stumble over his words over the phone. And now Forsaken's telling me he got shot up and injured a lot, and that you guys had to raid, was the term he used, the vet clinic. No, I have not checked my messages yet. I called you guys as soon as I got my phone back. I did see that I had messages, but I felt I should just call you first. In case they weren't even your messages, you know. It just says messages. It doesn't tell me who left the message. So.
Too much has happened. our first adventure, being out on our own, okay, there's too many events. Okay, we tried to go to a zoo.
I was there for that.
Okay, yeah, so after the zoo, then you're gone. Was it the warehouse? Like, we all started to... Right. That happened. What was that event? Where's my notes?
That's where I got shot up.
Yeah, you explain that scene. Can you explain that one?
Oh, Aoife tried to clear Four's name, but because Four looks like Aoife, some people took Aoife. Then people at a big hotel had Aoife, and we tracked her down, and we had to break her out, and we found a little girl, and then we had to figure out what we were gonna do with her. We tracked down her parents. That was pretty cool. We sent Aoife, Four, and Craig to go take her home while Banba and I tried to figure out a way to heal me because I was leaking a lot. And then we raided the vet clinic, and then we came home. And now we're waiting for everybody else.
So, from what I'm getting from that, you're the reason why the nation's on high alert looking for terrorists. Is essentially what I'm getting, correct?
No.
We aren't tourists. We live here.
The thing is, we felt something, and something felt our presence. We followed it, and then these things, they're not like us. They followed us, attacked us. We were at the docks warehouse, and a fight broke out. We were trying to get away. They just kept following us, and then some guy, I guess he owned the place, his people shot everything and everyone, and we just tried to run away, and we got away, which is why he was in horrible shape. He's somewhat better now, and we all went straight home. We all went straight home afterwards. Then we ended up going to this country club place that Aoife was taken to, and we found some little girl. I forgot her name. Kyra, whatever her name is. They wanted to take her back home. Well, we patched him up. So it's not his fault. We were following this thing that led us to these 5 creatures. They look like things that you told us before, and that I read in your journals. Like, I don't know. Do you know of these things?
He's like, okay, so let me see if I understand the events. You felt a presence, you went to it, you were attacked by Pandorans, then these people attacked you, you committed an international incident at the docks, then Aoife went off to try and clear Four's name, which means Four is at the bottom of this again. And then you guys broke into the country club, shot that place up too, and now everything's gonna fall down on our heads.
Close, I guess. Yeah, it's perspective, because I think those things were gonna come to us either way. Because they followed us easily, even when we drove away in a car.
What object were you guys following? What feeling were you following?
How can I describe it? We could just sense it. It was multiple things. We sensed those creatures that attacked us, but we felt something stronger at the docks. That's what.
That's where we found the fountain.
Yes, that's where
A
we
fountain?
found the fountain.
Wait, a fountain? Does it have black liquid coming out of it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Okay. Well, that at least explains the reasoning for this chain of events. Alright, well, what are you two planning on doing? Because Craig's currently waiting for information about Aoife because Aoife's been arrested.
Well, we were going to try to go find them because we just got home and we didn't know where anyone was.
Alright, yes, go ahead and head out and get to Craig. I think Craig would really appreciate your guys' company. As for 4, I will give him a phone call next and try to figure out where he is.
Alright, so police station, what do we say? What do we do?
Sounds like a plan, man.
How much information did he tell them?
I'm not there at the police station. I don't know what was asked. I don't know what was said. I just know he's currently waiting. So it doesn't sound like he's in any trouble at all. But I don't have any information beyond that.
All right, off to the cops.
All right, as stated, I'll try to get a hold of 4. And take care, you two. All right, and take care of each other.
Trying.
The line clicks. So with that,
Banba chucks his teacup at the wall. Just frustrated. He just chucked his teacup.
it shatters against the wall.
I'm gonna make more tea before we go. Kind of storm off into the kitchen.
For a second, just kind of watches this silently, going, "Well, better that he's mad at him than me."
So after you've remade your tea and gotten a little bit, it doesn't take you very long. It takes, okay, I shouldn't say very long. It takes about 2 to 3 hours for you to get to the police station, where as you come up to the front desk area of the police station, you can kind of see off to the left, you can see Craig sitting on one of the seats.
I give him a wave.
Banba! How are you? I've been so bored.
Yeah. Oh, okay. How are you?
I'm okay. I've just been waiting way too long in here for Aoife to come out.
I have tea. You want some tea?
Yeah, it's better when you make it. I can't make it right.
Here, I got like a little thermos mug thing. I pour him some and give it to him. So
You also see Forsaken there.
Hey, for a second too. You feeling better?
Hi, Craig. I feel better.
So where were you guys?
at home, waiting for you.
We were at the vet clinic.
Shut up.
Do you say that aloud?
No, I said that just to Craig. The intent is for Craig to hear it, but not anybody else.
Alright, give me one moment, please.
You really gotta stop playing those video games.
All right.
Play too many video games. So,
All right,
Craig,
continue.
can we go?
What were you doing over there? What's at the vet?
I had to use their X-ray machine for radiation. I was leaking.
Oh, well, it's good you're not leaking anymore.
Yeah, the books Banba found said that stuff's dangerous to normal people.
Yeah, let's talk about more of this at home. Let's save it. You can play your games later. So where's Aoife? Can we go?
I don't know. I'm still waiting for her. They hopefully it won't take too much longer. They told me to wait here, and then for more information, and then she'll come out. So I've been waiting, and then she hasn't come out yet. Professor called and So he said he would try something. So hopefully soon.
Yeah, Father's gonna be really happy to see all of us. So let's just wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna take a scan in a room. How many people are watching us? I just know someone's staring at us all crazy.
Well, nobody's really staring at you. There have been a few officers that have taken note of you guys, but they're not really overly concerned since you're just in the waiting area talking with Craig. They assume family.
Okay. Cool. Where's the little girl? Is she with Aoife?
I think so. They rode in the same car.
So you didn't give her back to her parents? That was the whole thing. We're supposed to reunite the family.
Well, we were gonna, but the mom was like really sick, and then I wasn't feeling well, so we had to leave, and so I guess she sent Kara away because she was sick, or because the mom was sick, and she didn't want her daughter to be there with her, which is okay. I mean, yeah, the kids should be with parents, but if the parents sick, then you have to send the kids away because it's bad for the kids. So
She didn't touch you, did she? She didn't get close to you?
no, we didn't touch, but I mean, I don't know how close, but I was not feeling well, and then we all got thrown back, and then we went away.
Okay. Professor's gonna want to know about that too, to make sure you feel all the way better, and not be like her. Banba's gonna start sipping some tea. Oh man.
A few moments later, about 3 minutes, let's say, the big guy comes back, Officer Jamison. And he goes, Craig.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a little bit of information. But before I give you that information, who are these two? And he points at Banba and Forsaken.
Oh, they're
Family.
my family. More family.
I'm Banba. Your name? I just reach out my hand to shake his.
He cautiously takes your hand and shakes it. Officer Jamison.
Thank you for keeping them together and safe. Is our sister okay? Aoife.
Okay, so from what I was able to figure out is she's currently in testing. Because she doesn't have her lanyard, they had to put her into quarantine immediately and administer the test. The test takes a little while, which is why you've been waiting so long. At this
she didn't
point,
bring her stuff?
yes, and that is the biggest reason that she was arrested. There's a little bit of a disorderly conduct charge and a little bit of resisting arrest. I've talked them out of it, but it's mainly the lanyard, and they have to get another test done on her. Once that
Understood.
comes back, then she'll be released. She will have to still pay the $10 or not $10, $10,000 fine for that. But I mean, all things considered, we're not looking at jail time.
Yeah, that's the best outcome. I'm so sorry.
Now,
Just leave it for once.
I got your name, Banba, but what was your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Forsaken.
I need your real name.
That is my real name.
He goes,
I kind of look at him and shake my head like that is his name by birth.
he pauses and thinks for a second. All right, I have a question for you two. And for you, Craig. before you
March.
guys go ahead and leave, because it's probably going to take all night. Were you guys together a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, we were. sitting
We've
in
always
our
been
home.
together.
Were they together with you, Craig, when while you were at the country club?
Remind me, were they there?
Yes, they were. Out of game, they were.
Yeah, we went looking for Aoife together.
Yeah, that's the main time we came out the house because she threw a temper tantrum. Whoa, what was that?
All right. He kind of motions for his partner to come over, whispers something in the partner's ear, and he goes, "All right. Because we asked you those questions, Craig, we've got to ask these people the same questions."
There was a lot of questions.
Yeah, but if you could handle it, Craig, I'm sure they can. And he gestures for Banba to follow him, while the smaller of the two that Craig doesn't have the name for gestures for Forsaken to follow him.
I follow.
He
I
leads
follow.
you. Craig realizes he leads Banba into the same room Craig was in. He gestures for you to take a seat across from him as he sits down at the table.
Who?
Banba.
Yeah, I'm with big guy. You got the short guy.
Forsaken's got the short guy. Craig's still left in this waiting room.
Back in the lobby all alone again.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna start this now. I'm gonna use one of my little powers, Forgotten.
What does it do?
Oh no!
Yeah, let me see. Forgotten is a reflective action. People can't remember me for 24 hours. And I have to burn how many pyros?
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there. He doesn't remember you at all, so it's
It's the first
not
time he's
gonna-
met you.
Yeah.
And the first time he met me, but
That
You know,
that power
I'll
feels
save it
more
for
like for
after.
later.
yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna save stuff for later. So continue. Ignore that. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think this is gonna go what you're hoping it's gonna do right now. But he goes, all right. So I had to ask Craig a few questions. And I'm sure your brother's a wonderful guy, but I'm sure you've noticed that he's not all there, so to speak. He's a little
I
slow.
was childly honest. I like to think of it.
That's a fair.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. He kind of nods and he goes, so he produces the folder from his jacket again and opens it in front of you. He goes, so Craig, let me know that you guys were there on the day that 15 people were killed there at this country club. He provided some details, but I want to make sure that he's providing everything. Maybe he missed something, maybe something slipped his mind. I don't think he was lying. Don't think I'm saying that he's lying. I just want to make sure I have every side of the story,
Understood. I saw it on the news. It was a big event and pretty hectic.
So, what were you guys doing there that day?
We were after our sister Aoife. She threw a bit of a tantrum and snuck out of the house.
Okay.
We were looking for her for a while, and that place, she heard about it and just saw it look really pretty and fancy from what I can recall, and we traced her into that place.
Okay. Craig also let me know that that he got in after the lockdown was going on. Because he said he had to go through a broken opening or something like that. Were you inside the building during that time as well? Or did you get in after the lockdown as well?
I got in before the lockdown. All of that happened like during/after everything shut down, because I ran into their little waiting area, and I could tell from the attendee that she crossed his path. She leaves a impression on people sometimes. So I told him, let me follow her. Sorry to disturb everyone. I saw the restaurant side a little disturbed, and I wanted to go get her and just leave. He said I could not go in, and that their security would bring her out. So I got kicked out, I can lightly say, and I waited, and waited, and waited, and nothing. And I went back inside. They, in essence, kicked me out again, and we just kept waiting. And all of a sudden, these alarms went off, and we ran. At least I ran inside to go find her.
He's writing down all this in his notes, and he goes, okay, so you were in the building during the lockdown. What exactly was going on inside the building? I know it must have been chaotic, but I need to know what was going on inside the building during that.
Okay, so I ran past the attendee down the hallway, and I just hear shooting. I hear shooting. People are firing their guns, and I'm scared, and I'm running around just looking for Aoife. That's all I want was my little sister. She threw a tantrum, and we're in this crazy restaurant mansion place, and there's a shootout.
Do you know who they were shooting it out with?
I can't first say, with all honesty, who, because they were looking at me, then they're looking at a whole bunch of other people, and we were just in there to try to find Aoife and go.
He kind of nods, taking notes. He goes, all right, and then you guys left through a front window.
We wanted to go through a window, but everyone was running around everywhere. So I know we went to a window, and then we left the window.
I'm just going by what Craig said. He said you left through a window.
Yeah, there was an opening, because I know we went past a lot of windows and doors to get out, but everything, as you know, was locked down. And then we just found a way out. I was following them to get out.
Kind of nods, and he goes, all right, well, why don't you go out there and wait with your brother while we finish discussing things with your other brother? How big is your family, by the way?
I must say, including father, father, or hold on, I actually gotta go to the character sheet. 7, plus the little girl we rescued. We're still trying to get her back to her parents, as far as I know.
Yeah, we're working on that too, but I don't... He kind of shakes his head. He goes, I'm not super concerned about that right this instant. That's not my jurisdiction. I'm worried about what happened to these 15 individuals, and he points at the pictures of the gunned-down guards.
I understand different priorities. So hopefully afterwards, could you help us find her parents? Not that she's irritating or anything like that, but it's just we don't know anything about her. At least I don't know anything about her and her family.
He nods and he goes, well, as stated, that's not my jurisdiction. I'm doing something else. But thank you for your answers, and if you could just go ahead and wait outside with your brother.
Okay. Now can I try Forgotten? I'm kind of curious.
To make him, you can, but do realize he was taking notes the entire time.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Trying to. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can't really use this in the way I want.
Yeah, I mean you can. It's certainly valid to use now. You could make him forget about you, but he does have notes.
It'll just be for 24 hours. I just really want to see how this role will play, so I'm gonna try it. Where is it? It was presence and something else. Sorry, let me go back to the page. I had it open. Okay, and nameless. Okay, so I'm gonna try it. It is presence plus stealth. Oh, come on! Dang it! I can't win anything.
So yeah, and as you do that, he notices your disfigurements, the ectoplasmic energy that flies off of you. And he kind of...
Oh, I thought you were about to say my scar.
And he freezes for a second and he goes, "You're not human."
You have just finished listening to this week's chapter of Promethean the Created, 2nd edition, Fading of the Spark, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener. If you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. And as always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, what does it really mean?